Hello, this is Charles, your customer success manager at Issuu. In this video, I'm going to walk you through from the Issuu Academy Part 1, getting started on Issuu. From this, let me go over what Issuu is before getting started in this video. First, it's going two part. The part one, it will be the one we're going to go over today in this video. Like the feature will be the Issuu template, integration, the link editor, article story, social posts, create GIF, and your account setting, your Issuu profile. Like this is the first part to get you started with your Issuu, getting some template or working outside of Issuu, creating your publication with InDesign, Canva, and so on. After this, optimizing with some links, adding some links and videos inside your publication. After this, you can repurpose your publication with other content, with article story, social posts, and GIFs. But that's kind of the first part of Issuu Academy. Second part will be to make you like a pro by sharing your publication. Like, of course, you can embed your publication on your website. Multiple publication can be embedded on your website. After this, you will want to share this publication to your audience, but you can use the full screen sharing link. The QR code is more like offside of the web feature. And at the end of the story, you want to see the statistic from your publication, who's reading your publication. Like this is really what is Issuu Academy is in two part. By doing so, this video is muted. In the Q&A, you can always send an email because it's a recorded video. You can always send an email if you have any question to support. Somebody would be more than happy to help you with your question that you have, or you're more than welcome to jump on our webinar page on our website to jump to a live webinar. But let's get started with this. The first thing I think is your Issuu profile. I think it's a good thing to get you started by optimizing your profile to make sure it will look like a Facebook page, your LinkedIn page. Of course, your display name should be your business name that you want to put there. You can even add your location, a short description about your business. You can put your website URL and your social media. And of course, here I put my face, but it can be your logo. Usually is what you would put. Like it would just look more professional. And this, you will find all this under your account setting in your my information. For this, it can take 1 or 2 minutes to do, and after this, it just look better. I think it's a little tips, but it's a good one to get you started. From this, now we want to create this kind of starting point. Most people will start by creating your document in InDesign in Canva. That's the most people will use, but you can use any other software too. But when your publication, brochure, report, guide is been finished creating outside of Issuu, you can use one of our integration to help you to smooth the process. The first one we have is with Adobe InDesign. But what it does, it will sync your document from your InDesign account to your Issuu account. Like you don't need to download and upload. Same thing with Canva, same process. Like you create all your document in InDesign in Canva, and when it's ready, you can sync your document to your Issuu account. Or you can get your document from Dropbox or Google Drive if it's one of the two cloud that you use. And we have a MailChimp integration with our GIF feature that I'm going to show you today. But that's some of the tools that you have access. After this, we have even some thought to give you some Issuu template, some format of book, magazine, catalog, report, presentation. We have 12 of them. You can download them And after this, you can use software like PowerPoint, Google Slide, or Keynote to edit the template, like changing the images, content, and so on. But that is really to help you to create a document quicker, or some give you some ideas too. Like that's, you're more than welcome to browse those templates when you are on your own page. You will see at the bottom the template section, and you can look at them. When you're ready, you just download them. After this, preparing your document before uploading. First part, the page dimension. Good part about this, the issue reader is responsive. What it means is it doesn't really matter the size of your publication. It's not the same as when you print. Any dimension will work, but that's the best part about this. The file types, this is all the file types that you can upload in Issuu. But I would say most people would just use a PDF. In fact, let's say you create a presentation in Google Slide, you just download as a PDF and you can re-upload in Issuu. I would say most people will use, and we highly recommend to use PDF. Is always look better. After this, when your document has been uploaded, before uploading, sorry, the correct layout, it should be a single page spreads. Why? Is because if you save it as a double page spread, when you upload an issue, it became a 4-page spread, and you don't want this. Like, just save it as a single page spread, and Issuu will convert your magazine example as a double page spread. A little detail, always good to know about those little detail. And the last one I have is your file name inside your computer. Example, this here in the purple box, it's in my file name in my computer was magazine. This name was going to be used inside the URL of my publication of Issuu. It would be issuu.com / your username. In this case, it's my name / docs that you cannot change. And after the / here, magazine, that was my file name. Like, why I'm showing you this is just to make sure what you want to show to your customer or to your audience will be the right name that you want to share in the URL. Most of the time it will be the title. You can put the year, but just make sure it looks sharp, because this is the URL you're going to share with your audience. Again, detail, but I think those little things are always important to take care of them. Like, this is all done. You create your publication, it's uploaded in Issuu, and after this, what you want to do, and that would make the major difference between a print and a digital version, you can optimize your publication with links and video. And this is where the place you can start shining and keep your audience more engaged inside your publication. You kind of work in 2 parts. The first part will be before uploading. If inside your publication you do have some email address, web address, those address, we have a tools that would be in the settings section. When you upload your application, you will see at the bottom settings, and we have a box that's called detected links. If you turn this on, all your email address and web address inside your application will be now clickable. Like, when you share the link, somebody can click on the email and it will open their email software they use, example Gmail, and now they will send an email right away to the person. Or if it's a web address, example your website, it will open your website and the person can start browsing your site. A great tool to save a lot of times, and you don't have to think about it. You just turn on the switch, all those email and whatever it is will become clickable. But that's the first step. Part 2 will be after you upload the publication in Issuu. We have a tool that's called Add Links and Videos, a link editor from Issuu, and you can optimize your publication inside Issuu by adding a web link, web URL, meaning it can be your website, it can be a web page, any sort of links on the web will work. It can be if you have an address inside your application, you can put your Google Map link. That's a great tips here. After this, you can add videos. In videos, we have kind of three format, I can say. First, your video have to be hosted on YouTube or Vimeo. And the first option we have, we call that overlay. What it means is you will make a part inside the application clickable. When somebody will click on it, it will open a window in the middle of the application and the person can start watching the video. Or if you want to go one step further, you can embed your video inside your application. If you would choose a place in your application that you want to add the video, you just put the link from YouTube, example, and the video will be in your publication. And you can even make this video on autoplay. So that can be a great tool to use to keep attention to your audience inside your publication. If you do sell some article, product, service inside your publication, you can add a shopping link. It will show as a shopping cart icon in your publication. It look really sharp. And this, it can be any links. Like it can be if you have an Etsy store, you can put your Etsy store link over there, the eBay store or your e-commerce. You just put the URL of the page of the item, and the person, when they click on it, it will go right away to the page, and now they can take action and buy the product or the service. And the last one we have, we call that the go-to page. Really great tool. I think it's a must to use. It's really fast to do. And this would help people to stay longer in publication, engage. What it does is this is more used in your table of content. Like in table of content, you have multiple articles that go to different pages. And if somebody's interested more, let's say you have 80 pages inside your magazine example, somebody is more interested about the article on page 40, but you can just click in your table of content on the article they want to go, and it will be redirected to page 40. And those links can be added on your cover of your magazine. It can be really played in different way. It can be anywhere inside your publication. A great tool, the go-to page. I would suggest to using it. And of course, the first time you're going to use this will take you more time to play, and this is normal. But after you do, after your second publication, you will be good to go. The first one, it just take a little more time to get adjust with the tool. And the whole idea of this link editor we have is to drive traffic inside your publication, outside, keep people stay longer in your publication. If you do ads, if you sell ads in your publication, you can add the link of the person of the ads of the website. That can be good for them. A great tool, add links and video. After this, when your publication has been created, optimize it, now it's inside Issuu. Now you can repurpose your publication with different tools that we have. And the whole idea of all those repurpose tools is to help you to generate more traffic, more awareness around your publication. And the first one we have, we call this article story. You can take little segment of your publication and create multiple little blog posts, I would say. It kind of look like this. And this can help you to generate more traffic by, if let's say you create 5 article story, but you can start sharing those 5 article story in the next 5 weeks on your social media, 1 per week, any way you want. This can be shared in your newsletter. If you can share a specific article story to your news list. This can be used really many different ways. It's pretty quick to do. And that's a great tool to use. I would suggest at least to create one article story per publication. Doesn't have to create multiple, but at least one. It will help you to drive you more traffic. And when you create article story, on the left side here under your issue profile, and that's why I was telling you at the beginning to optimize your issue profile to make sure it look attractive to the reader that will come to your issue profile. The first one is we have a little box that show, if we click on it, show stories inside. This is the article story. Like if I have this publication and I have an article story like this, now I can jump to specific story or article inside the publication that I want to read first before getting to the publication. It just gives you more exposure. And when you are on the right side, when you are on the publication, you will see story inside and you will see all the article stories being created from this publication. It give you more exposure when you create article story. And I would say just one, at least it's a good starting point. After this, the other tool we have is called social posts. Social posts, it's a new feature. Depends of the date you're going to see this video. But social posts, you can create posts for Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. They're all the right format, the right size. And we have, even if you're a fan of doing Instagram story or Facebook story, we have story format 2 already done. The way it works, it's pretty easy. We have some template you can create. You can start from scratch if you want to, if you don't want to use the template. From there, you can take a publication and take the images from a publication if you want to. But if you do not want to, you can upload your own images from your computer example and start from scratch. But that's a really good way now that you do not need a publication. You can just create your post like any other software. And of course, you can add some text. When you're ready, you just download PNG or JPEG, and from there, you can just share on your social media. A great tool to use. Again, we try to help you to engage more with your audience for your publication. And the last one I have is called GIF. GIF is a really great tool, super fast to use. If you didn't using it yet, I would suggest to come to this tool. It will take you 2 minutes to do. You would choose a publication that you want to make a GIF from. You can go to 5 pages of your publication that you can choose. If you want, you can just choose 3. It's up to you. From there, from this GIF, you would choose, most people will share on their Instagram, but you can share on YouTube as a short. You can embed on your website. You can use inside your newsletter to get some momentum to your publication. A great little tool. You can change the background color and it will look exactly the way it's right now. The other thing I have for you today is Issuu Ads. If you didn't know, we have an Issuu Ads service. We have a team that can help you to promote your reads. If you want to increase your reads inside your publication, we can do this. We can put your publication on top of another one. It will look exactly like this one, the one with the Dream Escape. It's ad, actually, it's a publication. And if I want to get to the publication, I can open the publication or I can skip, and this will stay for 7 seconds. A really great way to increase your reads. This will show in your statistic. This data will show you in Issuu Academy Part 2. By that, the first tool. The second tool, if you need to promote your impression, we do have this too. And this, it's all like we have some filter to that we can trigger. We can target location, categories, and so on. And this will show at the bottom here. It will show a little publication that somebody can click at the full screen if they want to read it. Start flipping the page, and that will increase your impression if it's something you need. And the last service we have is called Social Spotlight. If you need to increase your brand awareness from your publication, increase traffic, of course, we can promote your publication on our social media network like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Pinterest. Or we can do on Issuu blog in the middle here. We call that Publisher Spotlight. We can create a blog post about your publication. Or we can add you to our newsletter that we call Connection, and it will show here like this, the Heart of Celebrating magazine. This is a social spotlight. If that's something we have, if you're interested about this, you can always reach out to our support, and somebody from Issuu Ads team will reach out to you, and everything is customized. They will work with you on what your needs are for this. But let me jump back to the demo. Let's go inside an account. First, let's walk you through, I show you about your Issuu profile. If you didn't know how to get to this, you just put your mouse top right on your icon. You click on account settings, and this is your Issuu profile. So you can just change the display name, location, about, social account to make sure it look professional. And of course, changing the picture, just click over here and you can add your logo. So that's how to get to this. After this, we went over, I would just choose a publication, went over a few things. When you upload your application, it will look like this. At the bottom, don't forget to update your settings. First, you can make your publication public or unlisted, or you can schedule your publication. Like that's 3 availability you have. Advertisement depends of your plan you are. This will be already checked or not. You can allow people to download the publication if you want to. Deleted links is what I show previously in a few slides. Like if you have some web address and email address, I would suggest to turn this on. It will make clickable. And after this, you can put a date on this publication. Good tips, of course, optimizing your title. It's always a good thing to do, and having a description too. At least having one sentence of what this publication is about. I think it's a good thing to do. One thing, if you're wondering what this button is, the re-upload, if you need to do an update inside this publication, you will do outside of Issuu. In fact, let's say you need to change an images, but you change the image outside of Issuu and you would just re-upload the same document here. But what it means is when you do this, the URL of this publication will not change. But that's the beauty about this. Like if you added this publication on your side, you embedded this publication on your side, you don't need to re-embed again. Everything will be changed. But that's a good thing about this. After this, adding links and videos. First, when you click over here, you will see how many links I have per page. You see like this page, I have 2 links. After this, I can choose which page I want to add some links. And from here, from your mouse, you will just drag which part of the page you want be clickable, or you want to add a video. Like from here, we can just put a website address if I want to. If I choose video, I will just put the video YouTube link example over here. Can be play on overlay, embedded, and autoplay. After this, it can be a shopping cart. I think this would be a link that goes to your Etsy store and so on, or my go-to page. If you would just say go-to page action, and this, when somebody click here, will go on page 8 example. And it will look like this. It will become yellow. After this, don't forget to click save. It became green. And don't forget top right to publish your change. And when this is done, you get the little messages here. And now my application is blue. That means it's been published. And now people can click on the link. After this, we went over repurpose. The first one, it was the social post. Yeah, from the social post, you just click on this. And we already have a template over here, but you can choose any other template that you want to play with. Or let's say you can choose this one, and you can choose, click on images, click the delete and the background, and it can start as a kind of template, like a scratch from scratch if I want to. After this, if I want, I'm on my publication, like you can see the images, and I can just add my images, and I can add some text from here. The text is white. If I put it black, you will see better. And from here, of course, I can edit this. I have my editor bar over here. Always on the right side, I have all the pages. I can choose if I want to get some images from those pages. It's really up to you. After this, if I want, I can upload from my computer, from my device, any images I want, and it will show over here. And from here, you can choose them. And of course, you can edit the name of this social post. Make sure you stay organized. And when you're ready, you just click download, and it will show you two different formats that you want to choose, PNG or JPEG. It's really up to you. And this is how it works. You click background, you can change the color. It really works really well. Great tool to use to help you to generate more traffic. But that was my first tool. After this, I show you article story. Article story, we just click on article story. You would choose which page you want to make as an article story. In this case, I can choose 2 pages or all of them, really up to you. One thing is great about this is you can go one step at a time, or you can click here, include all segment. And I would suggest to do this. And from here, you can, of course, edit the content of those box or delete. You can play with this as you wish. You manage. You can add more section, you can add more text, and so on. And when you're ready, you just click publish, and we have a new article story. After this, the other tool I have for you, it was the GIF. And let me jump to the GIF, repurpose. Left side is really your tools to create all those tools and that you have for your publication. And for the GIF, like from here, I will have some page being choose. I can click more if I want to. And of course, the background color, I can choose background color. I can put the code to make sure it fit my brand. And of course, you can download this GIF to re-upload where you want to use it. Or if you do use MailChimp, this is the integration where it is. If you click on this, it will ask you for your MailChimp credentials. And from there, it will push this GIF to your MailChimp account. A great tool, the GIF repurpose. We all have a great tool to help you to maximize your publication outreach. From this is, I want to show you some example. Like you see, when you create an article story, we show at the bottom. After this here, I have a go-to page, my table of content. I click this, I go on page 6, as I just showed. Here's the video has been embedded inside the publication. Make it look really sharp. Here, I put my mouse on it. I have a shopping cart icon. This can be a shopping cart. And here I have let's say this was an address. It can be a Google Map link. This is how it can be used. After this is a real customer. Like you can see, all the article stories been created. It looked really nice. And from here, in this case, he added some links to this social media profile. I can click on this. You have email address here. I can click on this. It will open my Gmail. I can send an email right away to this person. This is an article story from us, but you can do exactly the same. You can see how it looks. It looks really nice. It's really the same as the blog post. You can create kind of code if you want to. Great tool to use. And the last part I have, it was a GIF that most people will share on Instagram, but you can share everywhere. I think this is a gift from us. Look really nice. And this is what I have for you today from Issuu Academy Part 1. I think please come to Issuu Academy Part 2 to get the full of all the feature you have with your Issuu account. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye-bye.